Hey Collective, welcome back. I hope you're having a good day today. So today I want to talk about something a little bit more on the spiritual side of what I do. But I'll take it easy and, go slow. Beneath all the noise, there is a quiet song, a rhythm to this life. It hums in the trees and whistles in the wind. That rhythm is not chance, not luck, not chaos. It is the plan of the universe. And whether you know it or not, we are all dancing to it. You may think you're lost. You may believe you have taken too many wrong turns or missed too many chances. But you are not lost. If you pay attention, you'll realize you are being guided. Life doesn't throw you into the fire to burn. It sets you there so you can light your own flame. The universe leaves no one behind, so listen up. It teaches you patience. It slows you down when your soul needs stillness. It removes people when your soul is ready for solitude. It breaks your heart wide open, not to punish, but to prepare you for something greater. I have walked long roads, stayed up late nights, and I have prayed without words. And in those quiet places, where no one else could see me cry, I learned something huge. The universe does not make mistakes. It shapes us like river-shaped stone, softly, gently, over time. It carves wisdom into our bones. It teaches us how to rise and how to rest. It reminds us again and again that nothing real is ever truly lost. The question is, are you awake enough to see, to learn? When the doors close and your spirit feels tired, when the ones you love walk away, or the dream you held falls apart, do not curse the sky or scream why. Lift your eyes instead. The stars have seen more than we ever will. They watch civilizations rise and fall, and still they shine. That is not by accident. That is design. That is the plan. Sometimes you must walk alone so you can hear your own footsteps. Sometimes the things you thought were meant to stay only came to teach you how to let go. Sometimes what you feel like is the deep end is just a new chapter, folding itself open in a brand new book. What I have learned is, you don't have to understand it all right now. You don't need every answer today. All you have to do is breathe. All you have to do is keep going. The universe has been writing your story since before you were born. Each breath you take is part of its poem. Each moment of joy, each tear, each sunrise, each goodbye. It all belongs. It all matters. It all fits. There are moments in life when things don't make sense. You pour your heart out. You try your best. You stay up late believing in something, just to have it all slip through your fingers like water. The job you wish for goes to someone else. The person you love walks away. The dream you built crumbles just when you thought it was becoming real. The animals you love can't hold on any longer, no matter how much you want them to stay. In those moments, the mind searches for blame. The heart cries out with questions. Why did this thing happen? Why me? What did I do wrong? But know this: the universe never makes mistakes. Even when life feels unfair, when the pain feels senseless, there is a deeper current beneath it all, guiding you exactly where you need to be. Sometimes what looks like rejection is protection. Sometimes the no you received is actually a greater yes you couldn't see at the time. And sometimes the very thing that broke your heart was clearing space for something better to grow. We live in a world that praises quick success and clear answers. But surprise, the universe does not work that way. It's slow, it's intentional, it moves with wisdom, older than time itself. You may think you are ready, but the universe knows when your soul has grown strong enough to carry what you're asking for. It sees the cracks in the foundation before you even build the house. It removes people who do not deserve to walk into your next season. It allows endings not to punish you, but to free you. Remember this: when things fall apart, you are not being punished. You are being realigned. When the waiting feels long, you are not forgotten. You are being refined. The pain you feel now is not a sign of failure. It is a sign that something deeper is unfolding. The plan may not be visible just yet, but that doesn't mean it isn't in motion. Just because you cannot trace the path doesn't mean there isn't one. When a door closes, the universe does not slam it to be cruel. It shuts it gently because what is behind that door no longer fits who you are becoming. When someone walks away, it may be because their chapter in your story has ended, and clinging to them will only slow your growth. What the universe takes away, it does so with the intention of replacing it with something that is more aligned with your purpose. The truth is, you were not meant to settle. You were not made for halfway dreams or almost loves. You were not sent here to shrink. You were sent here to rise. The universe sees that in you, even when you forget, and that is why it interrupts your comfort. That is why it pushes you into the unknown. That is why it closes doors you thought you needed, because it knows the full map when you only see a corner. So friends, hold on, even when you do not understand. Keep going, even when the path is unclear. You are not being abandoned. You are being directed. You are not being broken. You are being shaped. And even if it hurts right now, know that the plan is not to harm you. It is to lift you, to teach you, and to bring you into everything you are meant to become. Trust. Trust the journey. Trust the universe. There is a quiet wisdom in the way the universe moves, but are you tapped in enough to hear its guidance? It unfolds in silence, in patterns we often miss, in delays we mistake as defeat, in endings that feel more like punishment than purpose. But here's some truth. Every delay, every detour, every ending is a hidden part of a greater design. We just don't always recognize it in the moment. Sometimes we think life should move in a straight line. We believe success should follow effort, and love should follow loyalty. We believe if we do things right, life will reward us immediately. But I have learned the universe does not answer to our clocks or our calendars. It follows its own rhythm. It isn't working against you. It's working beyond you. The timing you resist today might be the very timing that saves you tomorrow. You may feel like life has passed you by, like everyone else has found their path, while you are stuck in circles. But circles are not dead ends. They are sacred. They are where we return to remember. They are where we are asked to slow down, to listen closer, to grow roots before we grow wings. A detour is not failure. It's preparation. It's where you gather strength, where you uncover pieces of yourself that you would never find on a smooth and perfect road. Sometimes the universe sends you down a path you never planned so you can find the truth you never knew you needed. The dream that didn't work out may have saved you from something that would have cost you your peace. The relationship that ended may have taught you your worth. The delay that frustrated you may have protected you from a version of life too small for your spirit. But you can't see all of that in the moment. You only see what feels lost, and you only feel what is missing. We are taught to celebrate beginnings. We are taught to fear endings. But endings are not cruel. They are crucial. They clear the way. They close out what no longer serves you. They burn away the false so the real can surface. It isn't weakness letting go. It's courage. Remember this: the universe honors courage. It honors every single time you choose truth over comfort. Every time you walk away from what no longer fits your soul. Every time you release what you thought you needed so you can make room for what you truly deserve. The universe rewards you. The pieces of your life may not look like they fit right now, but give it time. Give the universe space to show you how it all connects. That heartbreak may lead you to purpose. That silence may be where your power is born. That waiting room may be the birthplace of the next amazing chapter. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is random. Nothing is for nothing. So the next time life slows you down or turns you in a direction you didn't expect, take a breath, step back, and remember that this too is part of the design. This too has meaning. You are not lost. You are not late. You are exactly where you need to be for the next part of the plan to unfold. Let that truth carry you through the detours, the delays, and the endings. Let it remind you that what is meant for you is not gone. It is simply on its way, in a form and timing greater than you could ever imagine. It's easy to look around and feel like you're falling behind. Believe me, I've spent the first half of my life watching everyone else win, taking trips I'd only dream of, making more money than me, buying things I couldn't afford. The world moves so fast. People post their wins and their smiles, and you can't help but wonder why your moment hasn't come yet. Why the things you've been working for are still out of reach. Why the love you've been hoping for still hasn't arrived. Why the door you keep knocking on refuses to open. But I have learned we are not behind. We're being prepared for what is already written for us. The plan of the universe comes with a sacred patience. This lesson took me a while to learn. It comes exactly when you are ready. It never delivers too early, and it never arrives too late. You may not see the preparation happening, but it is. In the quiet, in the struggle, in the watching, and in the waiting. The universe is shaping you, softening your fear, deepening your courage, stretching your faith. We often confuse stillness with stagnation and waiting with failure, but nothing is further from the truth. A seed beneath the soil does not grow in silence because it is lazy. It grows because the ground is doing its work, because the roots are learning how to hold firm so they can support the bloom. That is what your waiting season is. It's not wasted time. It's your root work. It's your becoming. Know this: sometimes what we think we're ready for would break us. Sometimes our hearts carry wounds still too fresh, fears too loud, or attachments too heavy to welcome the next level of life. And the universe won't hand us what we want right away. It waits for us to be stronger, kinder, clearer, and wiser. It waits until we are done begging for all the wrong things. It waits until our yes is true and our no is steady. It waits until we can hold joy with gratitude, not desperation. The honest truth is, what is meant for you is already written in the stars. You decided on it before your soul was ever sent down here. It's not a question of if, it's a matter of when. That purpose, that relationship, that dream, it's not something you have to chase. You simply have to become the version of yourself who is ready to receive it. And that becoming takes time. It takes lessons, many lessons. It takes falling and rising. It takes nights of doubt and mornings of faith. It takes trusting the process, even when you cannot trace the path. It takes understanding karma and karmic people put in your life to teach you those lessons. But that's a whole other episode. You are not behind. You're being polished. You're being refined like gold and fire. You're being readied so when that moment comes, you will not shrink from it. You will step into it with grace, with strength, with knowing, and when you look back, you'll see why it took so damn long. Why the wait was necessary. Why the detour was protection. Why the ending was mercy. You will see that every unanswered question was a deeper yes in disguise. So be gentle with yourself. Don't measure your journey with someone else's ruler. Don't rush what needs time to bloom. Keep showing up for your life. Keep growing in the dark. Keep trusting that what's meant for you is not passing you by. It's being saved for the version of you that is ready to carry it with power and peace. And if you're doing the work, that version is on the way. And so is everything written in your name. Sometimes life feels like it's unraveling in your hands. The dreams you cradled so carefully fall apart. The people you counted on slowly drift away. The plans you made with such hope crumble in front of you like dust. In those moments, it's easy to think you got something wrong. Easy to believe you've been forgotten, punished, left behind. But what feels like falling apart is often the universe rearranging things for your highest good. You may not recognize it at first. You may call it loss, heartbreak, failure. But later, perhaps much later, you will see how it all had to happen that way. The relationship that ended may have made room for a deeper kind of love. The job that didn't work out may have pushed you to discover a hidden gift. The breakdown you thought would break you became the moment you finally saw yourself clearly. When the pieces fall, it's not always destruction. Sometimes it's divine reorganization. We live in a world that tells us to hold everything together, to keep smiling, keep going, keep everything looking perfect on the outside. But the reality is, growth is messy as fuck. Real transformation does not come dressed in ease. It comes in the form of endings that don't make sense yet. It comes through people leaving who were never meant to stay. It comes through disappointment that cracks just enough for the light to enter. The universe is not punishing you when life becomes unrecognizable. It is helping you shed what you've outgrown. It is clearing paths you were too afraid to leave. It is removing the familiar so you can step into the unknown. Because the unknown is scary, yes, but it's where your next chapter lives. The plan is not to break you. It is to rebuild you stronger, softer, wiser, truer. And some of us would never let go unless we were forced to. We would stay too long in places that no longer nourish us if the walls didn't fall down. That's why the universe allows the rug to be pulled out from under us at just the right time. Not to harm us, to wake us up, to guide us back to alignment, to remind us that we were never meant to settle for a half-lived life. You're not being punished when things come undone. You're being set free. Remember that. Redirected to something more honest, more powerful, more in tune with the person you will become. So, friends, know that you're not alone. The universe is with you, whispering, "Yes, this is all part of the plan. You're on the right path. Trust that." Trust that the chaos has a purpose. The silence carries messages. The pieces falling are not the end. They are the beginning of something better. And what you thought was falling apart was actually falling into place. The universe is never still without reason. So, trust the pauses. Trust the silence. Trust the endings. And most importantly, trust yourself. It's all divine timing. Until next time, friends, keep healing. See ya.